Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To throw, it's Garrison. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Got a man. It's Hankerson. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Roadrunners will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They try to pop a run on the draw. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Fourth down, and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. On the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UTSA.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Garrison. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Parrish. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Garrison. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Works the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and you've already seen him make a critical mistake earlier in the ball game, and you're going to make more of them if you don't make your feet a priority. Just pause for a second. Steady those feet, get them quiet. Now I can make it more accurate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Garrison. Caught over the middle. It's Greer. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Big fella moving. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's third and goal and third and long.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what
It's a fumble. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Man, did they catch.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds a tight end down the gut. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're dealing with a second and long. On the ground, it's Hankerson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking to buy time. Caught in the backfield, it's Hankerson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Roadrunners will try to punch it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And that one will give them the lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches him.
That's a live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. He's got him this time. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The option look. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Got a little space. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 25 to Arkansas State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, it's the end around. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's got him. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Let's go! Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Garrison. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Now on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires complete on the crosser. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brewer. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Cardinal will crank things back up with a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Cardinal! A great catch and run for 6.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They put together an 81-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they can add breaks into the open. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. So the first step of that was fine. They made the passing catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And it'll be down right there. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Stanford quickly to the line.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got 59 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Garrison. Caught near the sticks, it's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Stanford! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well,
it's blocked. Now they've got to get on it.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. UTSA 31, Stanford 30.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They'll run the option. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Garrison. Makes the catch. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And, man, this thing looked like it was going the other way. How about this 4th quarter, man? What a swing of momentum. You throw up the goose egg, putting multiple touchdown drives together and taking the lead. What an exciting 4th quarter.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Dropping back, it's Garrison. Working that left side now. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UTSA Roadrunners. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Roadrunners will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
The Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And the Roadrunners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on third. Buying some time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Keeps looking downfield. Finds him out of the backfield. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Good job there.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.